The snow continued to fall. It was quite beautiful. My pregnant body waddled around my parents' yard, throwing snowballs with my children. My boys and I wore plastic garbage bags on our feet for boots and were layered with clothes. Just moving from sunny California, all of us lacked winter clothes. This would do until I could get my boys the correct winter gear. Besides, this was the first time my kids saw snow. No way could I keep them inside. My dad made a small snowman with his grandchildren. We finished the snow adventure with hot chocolate and a story about Frosty the Snowman. Later, I made a list for Christmas gifts and planned a shopping trip. The next day, Mom agreed to watch my boys so I could Christmas shop. Waiting until my boys napped and Bud was medicated, I headed out to the Hess Brothers department store. While I drove, I thought, what is that smell? Sour milk. Oh, what a rank odor. Oh, Chris's sippy cup. My eyes teared from the stink. I tossed the cup in the back seat and then opened the car window. Arriving, I parked in the circular parking deck. If I hurried, I could finish my list before my family needed me. No time to evaluate each item. I needed to grab and go. The joy of Christmas shopping transformed into a time-limited mission. Leaving the store, I headed towards the car laden with bags. If I got back shortly, I could get everything wrapped and hidden before the boys got awake and Bud needed his next morphine shot. In the parking deck, a scruffy-looking man leaned on a car trunk smoking a cigarette. Crushing out his smoke, he smiled and waved at me. I ignored him. His smile turned into a glare as he watched me drive away. The whole car was ranked as the spoiled milk reeked like vile vomit. I opened the driver's window halfway down. It was cold outside, so I blasted the car heater. Oh, much better. The 8th Street Bridge was blocked with Christmas traffic, so I detoured to another less-known route to go home to the south side of Allentown. My nose ran from the stink of sour milk, and my stomach rolled. I gagged at the stench, so I opened my car window completely. At the red traffic light, I waited. A male voice bellowed, "Hey, you stupid cunt, no bitch disrespecting me." Leaving his car, the enraged man walked briskly towards me. The scarlet-faced man was carrying a baseball bat. I sat frozen in disbelief. He beat the ground with the bat as he advanced towards me. He struck the bat down to his left, and then the right. Bat pounded to his left. Thud, then his right, thud, left, thud, right, thud, left, thud, right, thud. The sound of the wood hitting the street pounded in my ears. Thud, 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 thud. Holding the bat, he stood at my car door. My body became rigid and I froze. My neck pulsed. I tried to move, but I couldn't. "You goddamn bitch," the man roared. "Get the fuck out of the car. Get out or I'll pull you out. You be needing a fucking beatdown, bitch, stupid cunt." He dropped his bat, put both his hands through my car wheel, and then grabbed the steering wheel. On his knuckles were the tattoos of the letters A, C, A, and B, with a crude, exaggerated script. One letter on each knuckle. From the letter C were 4 blue blood-shaped droplets in descending sizes. In the stretch of skin between his thumb and index finger were tattooed 5 black dots. A weave of barbed wire encircled his arms, enclosing his sculptured muscles. Interlaced in the wire on his right arm was a snake with yellow eyes and fangs protruded. On the left arm, two faces of a clown. One clown smiled to the left and the other one scowled forward. The barbed wire scarred both of their faces. As my attacker's eyes stared penetratingly at me, he squinted, and that lifted a black teardrop tattoo that dropped from the ends of both of his eyes. A bald spiderweb tattoo head jutted into the car window as he grabbed onto my steering wheel tighter with both hands. The smell of stale cigarettes and sour whiskey filled my nostrils, so I turned my head. He was eye to eye with me. Panicked, I moved away to get away from him. Accidentally, my knee hit the gear shift. The car accelerated backwards, ramming his sedan. Throwing the car into gear, I floored the accelerator, traveled a few feet forward, then hit the brake pedal with all the force I could muster. One finger at a time, he lost his grip on the steering wheel. First the A, then the C, the second A, but that last finger with the B struggled to grip the wheel. He managed to grab on again. All the letters lined up on both of his hands again on my steering wheel. A, C, A, and B were back on the wheels with his hands, muscles flexed and red-veined. In terror, I repeated moving the car back to ram his vehicle. Quickly, I changed gears. The car accelerated forward. Then I jammed the brake down forcefully. His body dragged along like a rag doll. He lost his grip, and one hand dropped to his blood-coated leg. Astonishingly, he extended his arm back again and put both of his hands on my steering wheel. Determined, I continued the back and forth movement of the car as his body dragged along. As he dragged, he yelled, "You fucking bitch, you be wishing you were dead. I'm gonna make you sorry you ever lived. You cunt, stupid cunt, you're dead. A fucking dead bitch." As I stared at him, something snapped within me. Enough! Life was doling me out so much shit. No way was this jackass going to give me more. I was going home to my bud. This son of a bitch wasn't going to stop me. He wasn't that tough looking now, dragging up the street. No way he was going to stop me. I had control of this situation. All the rest I lacked control of, but this insignificant pest, I'd exterminate him. He was just flesh and bones. That's all he was, a piece of filth I could remove from existence. I planned to smash the asshole like a bug. Hell, I'd kill this piece of shit. Charged with raging siege, I repeated punching the gas pedal to the floor to ram his car, then accelerated forward and jammed down the brake. His body jerked, bounced, and dragged, but I couldn't stop, and I did it again and again. Finally, he lost his grip completely. Unbalanced, he fell to the ground, but immediately he was on his feet. His two tattooed hands came into the window again. The snake fangs of his tattooed arm aimed at my throat as his left hand moved to grasp my neck. I jerked away, turned, spit in his face, and then shouted, "You fucking bastard, die, you fucking asshole, die." I thumped the gas pedal to the floor. Every inch of my body trembled as the tires spun and the car jolted forward and took off at top speed. No looking back. From the ground he shouted, "You're dead, bitch, you're fucking dead." My hands gripped tightly to the steering wheel. Something sticky on my hands. My hands were sticky. Oh my God, it was blood. I examined my arms, but no bleeding, no blood on my face. At high speed, my car weaved all over the narrow back road. Losing control, I quickly turned the wheel left to avoid hitting a pole. Shaking my head, I gained some sense. I dropped my speed, then finished the drive to my parents' home. Now, folks, there's more to that chapter. There's a beginning and an end, but that sort of gives you, that's the middle. That took me 6 weeks to write that. And that is cut. Why is it cut? Because it doesn't further the story. And my book is not about me. My book is about my husband, but